Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of the Debate Mates. I'm
Debate
Matthew
Mates.
Swanberg here as always, and I'm here with the homie Coach Stretch.
Yes, sir.
So today we're going to be playing what's becoming a staple on the Debate Mates, a little bit of overreaction or reality.
Okay.
Talk some hoops, late night hoops edition right now. We'll start with the obvious thing to start with. Melo Anthony. Since we've been gone, Melo signed with the Portland Trailblazers to fill the void they had at small forward. Stretch, I know you and I both thought he should belong in China.
Absolutely.
After one game, I guess it's time to see if your opinion has changed. So overreaction or reality, Melo should be out of the league.
That's a reality, man. He looked bad last night, and I mean, some of this is he hasn't played, in like a year and a half, 2 years. This guy's been in New York playing against guys in the YMCA at lunchtime. Like, how are you getting ready to play in the NBA like that? Like, that doesn't translate to the NBA. Like, where do you do that at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand what's going on. I know he fills a void, and I know, he will bring in some ticket prices for the fans of Portland because, like Melo's a likable guy. But Portland isn't winning anything this year. They were the team that we didn't foresee to fall out of the top 8 spots in the West. And, I mean, let's face it, Melo deserves to be in China right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it quite as much as you, Stretch. He was awful. He deserves to be in China. I don't really know how else to say it. He just wasn't very good last night. I understand, and you know this as being a basketball coach. I know that 50% of defense is being able to point at offense players. So Carmelo Anthony's got that skill down. But literally, all you have to do on offense is move.
Yeah.
And Carmelo Anthony, I only watched the first quarter because I had to watch the Maryland game. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is.
But even in the first 6 minutes that he played, the second his guy would move, he'd point. All right, that's not my guy anymore. You got him.
Right.
Like, he just wanted to stay on the block and guard whoever was down there. And with Hassan Whiteside, who doesn't care just as much as Melo does on the defensive end, I mean, they're going to get worse on defense, which I thought a lot of people thought was impossible.
Yeah. He likes to play that one-man zone thing where he just switches. He just goes rogue and decides he's not going to defend anybody. After those first 3 minutes of playing on an NBA court, on an NBA regulation size court, his legs were gone, man. His legs were gone. And that goes to show you, man, whatever YMCA that he's in, he hasn't been doing any cardio. I tell you that. He wasn't doing any sprints in there after that lunchtime crew left. I promise you that. He was just in there putting up shots, man. So after those first 2 shots went in, and then his legs left because you run up and down on the NBA size court, his game left. And he was god-awful, as you just said. He was god-awful after that.
Hopefully once Lillard gets back, he didn't play yesterday, Melo won't take quite as many shots, but I'm just going to read his stat line real quick.
Yeah.
24 minutes, 10 points, 4 boards, 0 assists, no steals, 1 block, 5 fouls, 5 turnovers, 4 for 14 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3, starter high, -20, ±.
Oh, my God. A -20?
Yep.
Jeez. Those are pretty bad numbers, man.
For reference, the next lowest was a -10.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Those aren't good numbers, man. Those are not good numbers. So,
yeah.
We'll see how it goes, man. Like I said, I'm rooting for the guy because I do believe he deserves a farewell tour because I believe he's a Hall of Famer. He's top 15 in the league of all-time scoring, somewhere around there. So, if Paul Pierce got a farewell tour, he gets one too.
Yeah, but Paul Pierce wasn't. He was at least. He didn't have to contribute. He just played or barely played.
Yeah, that's what Melo should be doing. Like, he should just be barely playing. Or at least what Paul Pierce was doing when he was with, the Wizards?
Yeah.
Like, he played maybe 8 to 10 minutes a night. Or what Jared Dudley does for the Lakers. Here and there, we'll play every other game, some mess like that. You'll get 10 minutes here. Come in, make a shot or two, and sit down, man. Like, that. That's all you got to do is ride the wave, man. Sit down.
And I also don't like it because Carmelo Anthony is not the small forward the Blazers needed.
Oh, my God.
The Blazers, so you look at this team, you say, all right, they got 2 all-star guards, Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum.
They have 1 all-star guard, Matthew.
They have 1 all-star guard, 1 fringe all-star guard, C.J. McCollum, Damian Lillard.
Okay.
Then they have a center who has decent stats. If you just look at the box score, if you watch the game, you can see that he doesn't really care. He doesn't put in a whole lot of effort.
Right.
But you look at the box score and you say, okay, he's at least giving you 14 boards, 14 points, basically. He's going to give you a double-double, even if it isn't his best.
Glamorous, right. If it's not going to be glamorous, but he'll get you a double-double.
But then after that, you look at the small forward and the power forward, and you say, okay, I think I see where this team's hole is.
Right.
My biggest question is, why did you draft Nasir Little at the 25th overall pick if you weren't going to play him? He played what I believe the season high for him, 23 minutes last night.
Yeah, that was the season high for him.
Other than that, I mean, they've barely been giving him any run. 12 points, 11 boards, 5 for 6 from the field. He's at least giving you energy, which is something Carmelo won't give you.
I mean, he's young and he's athletic. I feel like you got to kind of let him figure it out. You know, you got to see what you got in him. It's the first round pick. You got to see what you got.
And even if he's not a starting caliber player, and the Blazers were like, all right, this might be our last year with McCollum, Dame, we have to make it to the playoffs. Then Aaron Gordon is available.
Right.
You could try to trade for a guy like him. Anthony Simons has been pretty good for them, a young guard. A lot of people are against giving him away because of he looks like he has a lot of promise.
Yeah, he does.
But other than that, Kent Bazemore, Scala Bissiere, Mario Hezonja, those are all trade pieces. Anthony Tolliver, Zach Collins. I mean, I'm just going down a list of guys that are on their roster that don't contribute a whole lot for them.
I mean, but the problem is nobody wants those guys.
Yeah.
Bazemore, I think Bazemore still has some value in the league. But those other guys, nobody wants them. Nobody wants them. So they have a bad roster. They really need to blow it up, including CJ and Dame. They need to blow it up, see what they can get, and try your luck in the free agency pool. But you got to draft a stud. Like if I'm now, I'm gonna go ahead and start resting some of Dame, and seeing what we could get.
Yeah. And the other thing that's absolutely unacceptable for Carmelo Anthony is his assist-to-turnover ratio right now would be 0 to 5.
Yeah.
0 assists, 5 turnovers.
Yeah.
5 turnovers for a guy that shouldn't have the ball in his hands that much. He shouldn't even have 5 shots. That should be like the maximum amount of shots he's taking is 5. He shouldn't have the opportunity to turn the ball over 5 times.
You're right about that, man. He should be a catch and shoot guy, like period. Like he shouldn't be asked to make a lot of moves or anything like that.
And I think that what you just said was a really good point, because if you look at his 3-point shooting, he was 2 for 3. Because when he gets the ball at the 3-point line, he doesn't have enough energy to try to step back on somebody or do a bunch of dribble moves. When he gets the ball at the 3-point line, he catches it and he shoots it.
That's it.
And he was 2 for 3.
Yeah.
It's when he tries to go in and do step backs and try to be old Melo, where he was just bigger than everybody else and at least could jump over a piece of paper. He can't do that anymore. He can't be that dominant in the post.
No, he's I don't know what he was doing. Like, did you see he try to dunk on the young kid, man, from the Pelicans last night? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, the young kid actually laughed at him. Was like, what are you doing?
I would laugh at him. That was ridiculous.
That was embarrassing. Like, Melo, what are you doing? You're embarrassing yourself, man. I mean, it's one game. We're trying not to overreact, but he should have took the deal and just went to China, man.
Yeah. And I want to read you these 3 Instagram posts real quick. So, I'm on Instagram following some of the Slam accounts. They might not post facts or stuff like that, but it's at least entertaining most of the time.
Right.
So, you know how, there are different, versions of Slam? Like, they have Slam Online, Women's Slam, League Fit.
Right.
Slam Online. We just want to see you shine, Melo. Slam Kicks, my guy. And League Fit. Basketball got better today, all capitals, as when Carmelo Anthony got into the league. I just find it so funny that, like, whatever happened to unbiased?
Ugh. Like I said, man, people love Melo, man. But
hey, I love his hat game. I can't argue with that.
no, yeah, he got some good. I mean, I like his fits too, man. I mean, he really dresses really well. But
hey, and Portland's cold. He's gonna need some of those Eskimo hats.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. So yeah, I don't see that working very well. So this will be his last year in the NBA. I hope he enjoys it. Like, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
And then he can go back to the YMCA.
Yeah. So now from a chubby bad player to a chubby really, really good player, we've got Luka Dončić.
Oh, God. He is really good.
What?
I agree with you. He is really good. All
right, so overreaction or reality? Luka Dončić right now is already a top 10 player in the league.
Yeah. Right now, I'm going to say overreaction. Right now.
Okay.
Right now. He's really, really good. He is headed that way. I would definitely put him around 15 or 20, more so towards 15. But top 10 is a stretch. I mean, the kid don't play no defense, man. The kid don't play no defense at all. So, I mean, he's really good, but you know, top 10 is a stretch. Top 10 is a stretch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think that he's a top 10 player in the league right now.
Matthew.
I think he's closer between 8, 9, and 10. But with the way he's been playing this year, he's a triple-double machine.
Yeah.
He's a guaranteed 30 points per night, it seems like.
Okay.
He can take over games when he's needed to.
Okay.
And here are other players that you would probably consider in your top 10 that you would take over him. A guy like Joel Embiid, who I picked for MVP.
Yeah, he's not playing well.
Only averaging 23 points, 3 blocks. I mean, three turnovers, 1 block, and shooting 47% from the field.
Yeah.
So are we going to say that Embiid is better than Luka right now? Because right now I'd have to lean with Luka.
No, I agree with that. I will agree with that.
That's one player that we probably both would have had in our top 10 coming into the season.
Right, but here's a guy that was not in our top 10 that definitely is now, and that is Karl Anthony Towns.
Are we taking Karl Anthony Towns over Luka Dončić, though?
Yes, I am. He is balling right now.
I would have to I'd lean towards Luka.
Oh, my God. Come on, man.
Okay, here. I'm just going to phrase it to you this way. If someone asks you now, who are you starting your franchise around, Luka or Karl, you would say Luka, right?
Not necessarily.
Really?
Not necessarily. He doesn't play any defense, man. I'm talking about none, zero, zilch.
But his team, you can't argue with the record. His team's, I believe, 8-5 now, and that's a lot better than I expected them to do.
No, I will give you that. They are. He's put them on his back for a considerable amount this year thus far. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, I mean, he's around. To me, he's around 13 to 15. I won't put him at 10.
That's fair, but and when also you consider that they're 8-5, and Kristaps Porzingis has been playing horrible.
Yeah, well, Kristaps coming off an injury, so I think the longer the season goes on, the better he will be.
All right, yeah. So you don't have him in your top 10; you have him just outside.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a little wild, and I'm gonna say he's right there.
Yeah. He's just outside the top 10. He's really good.
Now, sticking with themes, we went from chubby to chubby. Now we're going to go from Texas to Texas. The San Antonio Spurs are the opposite of the Dallas Mavericks, almost exactly. From 8-5 to 5-9. 6 of their last 6 games have been losses. Overreaction or reality? We have to. Overreaction or reality? The Spurs are dunzo.
What'd I tell you? I told you they was done before the season started. What'd I tell you? I told you that roster was trash. Not only was that roster was trash, but they're playing through LaMarcus Aldridge, who has run his course. He is on the downside of his career.
I'm not.
Yeah.
This is an overreaction.
What? This is the real deal, man.
They're gonna make the playoffs. I guess like
No.
it's kind of like how it was with the Warriors last year. Like I thought they were gonna come back because when you're that good, when you've been that good for so long, the only way that I'm gonna be 100% convinced you're not getting in is once you don't get in.
Okay.
And this is make or break right here. This is gonna be a little bit of a tough schedule they got. They got the Wizards. That should be a pretty easy win.
Should be.
76ers, Knicks, Lakers, Timberwolves, Clippers, Pistons, Rockets, Kings.
Yeah. You got some 50-50s in there.
And you also have at least 4 games against potential contenders.
Yeah.
I mean, their schedule is very tough, and part of that's just being in the Western Conference. So every team kind of has that, but you don't see that's insane.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The Kings are pushovers. Even though they started out really bad, like they kind of turned it around.
The Kings are balling right now.
Yeah, like Phoenix has come back down to earth a little bit. Rubio is hurt, but they're still 7-5. You know, they're
7-6 now after the Kings beat them last night.
Okay, so the Kings did beat them last night. Okay, so they're 7-6. Like, you know, that AC, man, is it's gonna be tough to get in, man. It's gonna be really, really tough to get in.
I just can't, you know, the Spurs today have always just, this isn't even an exaggeration. As long as I've been born, they've been good.
No, yeah, absolutely. They've made the playoffs, 22 straight games, 22 straight years?
Yep.
Yeah, 22 years, man. They made the playoffs. So, you know, all good things come to an end, Matt.
I'm wondering if they don't make it this year, does Greg Popovich retire? Because I don't see why he would retire after a year of making the playoffs.
Yeah. I would.
Maybe. What?
I said I would if I was them.
They have a tough little stretch here, but I think they can still make it.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely retire if I was them.
Real quick, what do you think about this recent piece of news? Paul George wanted to be traded to the Spurs back in 2017 to play with Kawhi Leonard. Just quick reactions on that little tidbit of news.
No one cares about George Paul.
George Paul?
No one cares about George Paul.
All right, so now this is working like really well. We're sticking with the themes with George Paul. Overreaction or reality? Tonight the Clippers play with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the full roster for the first time. Overreaction or reality? After tonight, the Clippers are the best team in the NBA.
Overreaction.
All right.
Because we already know who the best team in the NBA is because they have the best record.
Stretch, I wish I could look you in the eyes right now and tell you that the Lakers are the best team in the NBA.
They are. Oh, they are.
I can't deny it.
Yeah, with the MVP candidate in LeBron James and the Defensive Player of the Year, Anthony Davis.
Second best record in the league, though, goes to my Boston Celtics.
Yeah. I missed on them. They actually got better when Hayward went down.
And the Celtics are actually playing the Clippers tonight. So if the Clippers come in with both of those guys and get a convincing win off of the Celtics, who are 11-2,
I do want to see that. I do actually want to see that entire game because we're talking about a really fresh Kawhi Leonard where he missed the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
You know, I was liking Kawhi. Well, now I'm really starting not to like him.
Well, it was a knee injury.
No, it was. Come on, man. Come on.
With air quotations, knee injury.
Yeah, come on, man. That is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous, man. I got high school kids, man. We're about to play our third game this week. Actually, we play 4 games this week because we play Friday and Saturday. And, like, you know, these kids want to play, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy can't play back-to-back? Come on, man. What is this?
My one big gripe with the Clippers right now is they're playing too much like a team that's been there and done that already. Like,
right. You haven't won anything. Kawhi
won. They're playing too much like the Warriors. Like the Warriors knew they were good enough. The NBA was weak enough where they could win 45 games, make it in as the 7th seed, and still probably sweep the Western Conference.
Right.
The Clippers, all right, let's say Kawhi Leonard plays 50 games. And what's reasonable? They go maybe 35 and 15, would you say would be a reasonable number for them?
Yeah, that's reasonable.
All right, so then let's say he doesn't play 32 games, which I think could be plausible. That might be a bit of an exaggeration.
All right.
But concerning back-to-backs, possible more knee injuries, if Paul George plays really well tonight, you might see him sit out again tomorrow night because apparently they don't want to play together.
Right. Like, what kind of crap is this, man?
So let's say they play 32 games without Kawhi Leonard. They've already started off rough without him. Say they go 20-12.
Okay.
We're still looking at a good team, a pretty good record. That's 55-27. But is that good enough to make them a top 3 seed in the Western Conference with it being so tough?
No. I don't think so. I think, I think it'll get you, maybe a 4 or 5 seed. I mean, Denver's, for some reason, like, Denver's good. And you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't explain it. They're good, and their superstar just started playing better. So, they're good. And then the Lakers are playing amazing right now. Barring any injuries, they're going to keep that pace up. I don't know. Utah's good. That'll put you with the 4 or 5 seed right there, fighting around with Utah. And
then, sticking in the Western Conference, the next one, about a team you didn't mention who's playing really, really well, the Houston Rockets.
Oh, yeah, Houston. I don't like the way they play, but, yeah, they're really good, too, though.
Now, this one isn't just specifically Houston. This is James Harden, the man, the beard, the legend.
Yeah.
Averaging 36.6 points.
Yeah.
This is kind of a two-parter. I wasn't really sure how to phrase it, but we'll see. If you don't like the way I said it, you can restructure it however you want and answer it in any way you want. But overreaction or reality? James Harden could average 40 points and still not win MVP.
That's reality. Reason being, I think everyone is used to his scoring already. So, like, he would have to have, like, another amazing stat. Like, he'd have to have, like, 8 or 9 assists to go with those 40 points for him to win MVP. Because he shoots a lot. Like, at the end of the day, when you look at his numbers, he'll score 40, but he'll take 30-something shots.
Right. He's a regular Kobe Bryant out there.
Whoa. But, yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I love me some Kobe, man, but that's real. That is real.
I don't know why, but, like, today we're talking about all the players I don't really like. I don't like Carmelo very much, and I just don't like – I don't know why. I just don't like James Harden a whole lot. I just feel like he cares too much about winning MVP. Like,
oh, yeah.
You know those kids, like, this will probably relate more to me than it will to you because I'm still in school, but you know those kids that, like, they got 100 or they got, like, a 97 – and they're like, oh, man, I should have gotten a 100. I made such a stupid mistake. And everybody else got, like, an 85 or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's kind of like James Harden to me. Like, he always has a really great season, but he's still complaining because he's like, well, the narrative was against me. Giannis started off fast, and you guys like to give it to someone new. Like, he just can't ever stop complaining, no matter how good he gets.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. No, I agree. Harden is he's a diva, man, and like he just I just what he is doing is actually killing the NBA because now all these kids, I train kids and I coach high school basketball. All these kids want to do now is ISO moves, ISO moves, and that's not really good basketball, man. I'm still waiting on NBA teams to smarten up and just double team the guy. Just trap him and get the ball out of his hands. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I feel like once the playoffs start, he's going to be pretty easy to guard.
Yeah. And that's what happens in games. Like, that's why they were losing. That's why the Warriors beating them every year.
Yeah, and Harden shouldn't care about winning MVP anymore. This is a guy that has never had any postseason success except for when he wasn't the best player on his team.
No, you're very true about that, buddy. Yeah, very true.
And he's gotten a lot of opportunities to make it to the finals, but his play style just doesn't fit, and he doesn't care. I feel like at this point, maybe he knows in the back of his head, I can't play like this to win a title. But at the same time, I think he's like, no, screw the media. I'm going to play like this. And even if we don't win a title, I'm just going to prove to him that we can still win in the regular season. Like,
right.
Even if he knows it won't work, I feel like he's just going to do it just to prove a point.
Right. I'm going to get these crazy numbers.
What?
Yeah, I think he's saying I'm going to get these crazy offensive numbers. I don't care about the wins.
Yeah. Or in postseason success either.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to the next one. We only got, I think, one or two more here, so this one's a little bit more fun than the other ones. Overreaction or reality? The NBA forgot how to make NBA jerseys.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of what's going on in the NBA right now with the uniforms and the creativity behind them. To be honest, I actually like the G League. Their uniforms are way better.
I've never seen a G League jersey before, so I can't speak to that.
Listen, man, the G League jerseys, they're more creative. It looks more fun. It looks more razzle, has more razzle. And I understand the NBA wants to stay more classic than inventive or whatever, but hey, yeah, the NBA jerseys aren't very good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you I'm not even gonna have to look at anything. I'm just doing this off the top of my head because I know how bad some of these were. Okay, the Mavericks jersey is hideous.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything wrong with it when I just saw the small picture of it and I only saw the top of the jersey.
Right.
But then I saw the full jersey today and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to see those on a basketball court. Like I love watching Luka Dončić. He's one of my favorite players to watch. But if I have to watch him in that, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Then we've got the Houston Rockets H-Town.
Oh God, yeah, that's bad too.
When was a hyphen on a jersey? That's a very strange look. You see Anthony Towns. You see, I don't know who else is hyphened. Anthony Towns, that might be it. But you see Anthony Towns, just Anthony Towns, and then H-Town, that's just a weird thing to see on a man's jersey. That's just a weird thing.
Yeah, H-Town. Yeah, I don't know what the NBA is doing, man. They'll get better at it next year or so. They got the Nike deal.
And this is the last one I can think of that's just hideous. I love the Boston Celtics. They're one of my favorite teams.
Okay.
But their jersey isn't even the same.
Yeah.
There's a different font on the front than there is on the back.
Yeah.
And they're not even Celtic green.
No, it's not Celtic green. It's more of a forest emerald type of thing.
Yeah. So what jerseys are there any that you've seen and you really like?
No.
The Lakers jerseys I think were designed by Shaq.
Really? The
yeah.
Lakers is okay. I mean, it's okay. I like the Magic jerseys. The Magic the newer Magic jerseys. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't like the neon yellow crap for Atlanta. I don't like that.
The Peachtree?
Yeah, I don't. God. Yeah, those are pretty bad. And then the Knicks jerseys. What is it? That orange crap? Oh God. That's horrible.
When did orange become a color for the Magic?
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah. So that's all the questions I had for you, Strike. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, man. Look, man, another great episode in the books, man. We're doing our things naive, baby.
All right, and there was something I forgot to do last episode. So remember, we said that we were going to try to do playoff games where we pick a game and whoever lost.
Right.
So I talked that up a whole lot at the beginning of the last episode, but then I never mentioned the game at the end. I just forgot.
Bro, yeah.
So I got a good one for us tonight. The Clippers and the Celtics. Paul George and Kawhi for the first time versus the 11-2 Celtics. Who are you taking tonight?
I'm going. Who's at home?
Let me check that real quick.
I think the Clippers are at home, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so too, because it's a 10:30 start time.
Yeah, so I'm going Clippers at home.
All right. Just so we have a little bit of change on our first one, I'm going to go Celtics on the road. Celtics over the Clippers. You've got Clippers over the Celtics. We'll give you the update on what happened in that game next time we see you.
Yes,
and then
sir.
only a couple more episodes left in November, and then we'll see who has to do a payoff.
Hey, get ready for that payoff, big dog.
So that's it for what I think is a pretty good episode of the Debate Mates. Talk some jerseys, talk some Harden, talk some prima donnas, Carmelo and Kawhi. So I'll see you guys next time on the Debate Mates. Stretch, you got any parting words?
Hey, man, keep doing your thing, baby. Keep watching basketball. Keep subscribing. Keep watching the Debate Mates, man. We're growing. We're taking off, baby. Let's go.
All right. Peace out, Debate Mates fans.